at the Artist Coaching Podcast, the podcast
What's
for
up?
artists who are serious about their music career. What's up,
What's up, man? Joey, how are
Mr.
you?
Mr. Necklace?
I feel
Looking.
it makes my face look better. I just said to my girlfriend, like, I feel the necklace adds a little layer here that's just, I don't know. Try it
Was
out.
it
People that are listening, try out a necklace.
was that a
Yeah.
tip from the designer? How do you call it?
No. I already had the idea. I wanted a necklace for ages. Because also sometimes on stage, you want to just wear a black t-shirt. Because you don't want a certain brand on or just not too much colors, whatever. But then a little necklace can make the outfit still a little bit more popping.
Hmm.
So it's like it's a subtle way of yeah, dressing yourself up. And I think as guys, we don't have well, we can wear makeup, you can do whatever you want, but we don't usually wear makeup or earrings or so a necklace is one of the few ways to brighten it up. But you can still wear earrings. It doesn't. It's okay if you're a guy. Some guys it actually suits. But for me, the necklace
Yeah,
made it
I'm a
work.
necklace
So
guy now. Okay.
yep.
In the chat, we see Ben Singh, Josh Letitia, Lion Harris, Martin Stevenson, Brian Andrade, Mikey Foden, The Nuller, Lotke Music, Bit3 Music. Merry Christmas, everybody. I
Yeah. Merry
see,
Christmas. It's a Christmas episode.
yeah, and I see Mikey Foden already has Christmas Day in Australia. So
What? And he's live here. Amazing.
it's 12 o'clock later than, it's 2 a.m.
Yeah.
there,
Depends on
right?
where you are. I think.
What time is it, Mikey? It's 2 a.m.
No,
over
I
your
think it's like
place.
10-hour difference max. I think New
10?
Zealand is 12-hour. Yeah, but
Oh, it's 12 a.m. Yeah, it's 10 hours.
so yeah.
Just finished playing Santa. 12 a.m. You're
Hey,
probably
what do you
drunk.
mean playing? What do you mean playing
Yeah.
Santa?
What do you mean? Like
We have kids
what
listening, man.
yeah. Hope everybody's having a nice Christmas. In the Netherlands, we are preparing for Christmas Eve, actually.
Yep.
So
We
right
don't have
after.
Ralph here, by the way.
No, Ralph is on holiday. Yeah, I think he's on
I think
holiday.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah, but knowing Ralph, it's good. It also be a work trip because the guy never takes a day off. But
I think it was a holiday. Something
could be.
something tells me it was a holiday, but that's fine. We're just here and we were just talking right before the episode, and it's gonna be a very low-key episode, as in we're both home. Our minds are already in holiday mode for like a week.
Yep. Yep.
Um so nothing's gonna come from us today. It's gonna be all you.
No, just some Christmas talk, and I think it's also, and that's why I miss Ralph this episode because I always want to emphasize like you need to sometimes say I'm not working. This is where I chill, and this is where I
Yeah.
hang with family, and I switch off. And I think Ralph would say the opposite, and that could
Well,
be a
he
fun
sometimes chills.
discussion. But yeah, of course. But yeah, I've been not very productive for the past week. I've been productive, but it's like I kind of just towards Christmas is really a time where you finish some stuff, but really starting new stuff, you don't really do it. So you do what's necessary, and then we have my parents-in-law coming over, so we stocked the whole house full of food, and it's gonna be a nice Christmas, I think, with a lot of food and drinks.
Will they be there for like a week or something?
No, well, no, they will be here Christmas Day, but they live in Australia, and then they come over from Australia for like 3 months. So we'll see them like every week or so, I think. And then,
Okay.
but that's just with Christmas, and second Christmas we have with my sisters and all their kids, and then after that, you just kind of want to have food in the house as if the grocery stores don't open for a week. That's always my kind of theory. And I think even now
Well,
here on Christmas Day they're open, which I think is stupid. But
that's what I wanted to say. Like last week, I was talking with my girlfriend about like the charm of Christmas, as in, I kind of feel like the older I get, the charm is gone, as in, like Christmas presents, like simply buying Christmas present. You used to had to put in effort, right? Go to the city center, literally go to the shops to buy the presents. Now I bought all the presents within 5 minutes. It was all one website, click, 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 delivered. That's it. And like same with groceries. Like I remember from back in the days,
Yeah.
like my mom was always stressed because she had to bought had to buy like groceries for like, as you said, 3 days ahead, like breakfast, lunch, dinner, all that stuff. And now, at least here, all the shops are open.
Yeah.
Not all the shops, but like the supermarkets.
And even worse, I love it, but we use a company that should sponsor us, so I'm not going to name them, but they come to deliver our groceries,
Yeah,
and we were talking about it with small kids. Usually before Christmas, you have to do a lot of shopping. It's the worst because you're in the
mm,
store for a long time. You need to pay attention. You need to get a lot of stuff, and then the kids are running around.
yeah,
Now we sit on the couch and we on our phones like, what do we need? Yeah, this, and then the next day it's all
yeah.
here, and it's like, yeah, that's the whole Christmas shopping, like groceries wise. It's like, and
It's
then the
a
grocery store is open, so even if you miss something on Christmas Day, and I feel sad for the people that have to work. Um, yeah, I miss. I do still have very what you miss a little bit about the whole nostalgic Christmas thing, but I feel like we as a society should say, hey, Christmas Day is you don't work day, unless if, of course you're um,
hospital or
police
something.
or hospital or transport or whatever.
Yeah.
But
Maybe we're just getting old. I'm not sure if
we
everybody
are,
thinks the same way, but I do kind of think the whole nostalgia, the whole vibe around Christmas changed because of that. Because all those things made life easier. There's also some value in putting in effort, right?
yeah,
That's probably what I start seeing
also, yeah,
around me, and that's also what you see in life in general. Like a lot of things are nice because they cost effort.
yeah,
Um, same with presents. Like that, you appreciate the presents the most when you just know somebody went through a lot of shit to get it for
hmm,
you, right?
yep.
Like a thoughtful present or something.
Yeah, and with a lot of things, and what I really have, and that makes me really old. Especially with newer brands, they don't open stores anymore. So it's all online, but
Yeah,
I love to have something in my hands. If I want to buy clothes, I want to try it on.
yeah.
If I
I still do
there's
shopping in shops like clothing.
Yeah, well, me too, but it's hard to find shops that have like the
Yep.
newer stuff, all the newer cool stuff that are all like young companies. They don't have the
Yeah, that's true.
capital to open new stores because that's all the Zara's and H&M and
Yeah,
like the
that's
big
true.
stores, but that's you can't get in because you need 10 million for a little bit of real estate these days.
Yeah,
So
it used to be better. Life used to be
everything.
better.
The artist coaching podcast, or is it the
uh
boomer complain about everything
the
podcast
Boomer
now?
Dinosaur
No, but I
podcast.
think it's what we're talking about is also like, and I've noticed it with social media, and I think not just us boomers, but I think a lot of people are wanting something real. And I've seen Gary Vee say this for a while already, like real life stuff.
Hmm.
That's what's going to be more and more interesting if you actually can do something for someone in real life. Like
Yeah,
business wise, it's going to be interesting, but also for your life, for your experiences, and yeah.
nice little segue.
Hey.
Talking about real life events, for those who are on the mailing list, last week I sent you an email about our retreat that we're gonna host in 2026. I'll let me see. I'll grab the link. I'll put it in the chat on YouTube as well. We're gonna organize a real life retreat, which means Jay will be there, I will be there, Ralph will be there, and it's going to be a retreat fully focused on beats and brand. So your music and building your brand. what does a retreat mean? No, we're not going to sit down on yoga mats and hum all day. We're actually going to work a lot. It's going to be a productive retreat. It's going to be a retreat where you'll leave your phone on the hotel room, where you'll be focused, working all day long together with Jay and Ralph in the studio and with me on your brand for like, what is it? 3 days? 2.5, 3 days?
Yeah. 2
Including
full days, and
Yeah.
it's 3 nights, I think.
2 nights.
2 nights.
Yeah, 2 nights, and we're gonna have some great food. It's gonna be probably in May, I guess. Yeah. So it's gonna be sunny. So I would say barbecue. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
It's gonna be sunny, he says, living in Holland. May is always,
May and June are probably the best months we have by now, right?
well, yes, the one year and no the other year. So
That's true. Anyway, it's gonna be at least hot enough to do stuff, right?
yeah, well, yeah, I think so. Yeah, definitely. Maybe it might rain, but it won't be cold as now.
Yeah.
Today's really cold, but I love it. The sun is shining, and
It's
I
perfect, man.
realize the sun hasn't been out for a while, and I realize how much of a difference that makes every time. It's like,
Life's
oh,
just better with the sun.
yeah.
John and Mr. Smith, the Google Sheet is set to private. I checked that out, and unfortunately, it's undoable to do it differently when you use a business Google mail. Don't ask me why, but it's undoable. So that's why it's on private and why you have to request access. But everyone who wants to be on the list for like to get more information when there is more information, fill in the form on the website I just dropped in the chat. And as soon as there's more information about the retreat, I will send it to you guys. But yeah, going back to those real life events, I think you're 100% right. As in, I'm noticing the same behavior from myself, right? Like I stop caring less and less about digital stuff and more about like real life experiences. So holidays, weekends away with the kids, like going to a theme park, all these stuff, right? Like all these things that you can actually experience are much more valuable to me. And I'm probably not the only one who is experiencing that.
Yeah, and now it's like people making content. It's a lot about people wanting to become famous and popular instead of like really trying to add value or something. It's like a lot about the ego and about, hey, look at me at this place. And I think even for traveling and stuff, it used to be better at like
It used to be better.
yeah, it used to be no, but social media used to be better for finding stuff that's like that's
Yeah.
cool to do. And now it's like everybody's just showing how cool they are. There's a big part where the ego is just too much. There's too much ego, even in posting, and even I notice it when I'm posting something. It's like, yes, it's building a brand, but it's also my ego feeding my ego, like for likes and stuff. And I think that's something where that's why I love Christmas, and I say it now, and I should say it on my socials, like, hey guys, Merry Christmas. I'm signing off. I'm enjoying time outside of my phone, and I think that's everybody should do that every once in a while. And just the amount of time that's spent scrolling through videos that you don't even care about. It's like all that information is gathering in your brain, and normally that's like 2 hours a day or 3 hours a day that normally you would, I don't know, be bored or like come up with something new or make music. It's just a bit a sad reality sometimes.
I last week I heard something. I'm not sure. I think it was in a podcast that there was how do you say it, like an investigation research, that they did research on like in the past couple of 100 years of if people became smarter in general. And this was the first year that we actually got dumber in like the past, let's say 100 years, like a very long period of time.
Yeah.
And they tested in like a lot of areas, and there were only 2 areas where we got better. and it was spatial imagination or something. So if you see one side of the image, you can kind of visualize what the other sides would look like. Gaming. That's because how our brains develop right now.
Yep.
And something else, which was also correlated with living online. I'm not sure what that second thing was, but we were getting dumber on a lot of things instead of those two things.
Yeah, but I guess I don't know if it's per se a bad thing, because if you say we're getting dumber at math, I mean, yes, because I don't calculate stuff anymore. So I use I'm like that guy that's 14 minus 5 and I have to use my calculator, that's me. So, but it's like then I get dumber because I don't train myself to
Yeah.
stay busy with working on math or something. Or when I need to calculate like an invoice thing, or I have a program for that. And it's like, it makes sense that with technology we're getting dumber on some parts, but I wonder what the overall effect will be
You
in
know what's
100
weird?
years.
It's I'm starting to sense a vibe that being a human, so like thinking as you just mentioned, like being able to think and being able to um, work with your brain, but also be creative and also like get to spend time with certain people in real life. All these things, eat healthy, work on your personal growth, like all these things that are good for you, that are actually pretty fundamental in life, I would say, are starting to become a luxury.
You think?
Yeah, like
How do you mean?
well, if I look at most of the people who spend a lot of time on personal growth, on the gym, on good food,
Oh,
on
they have a lot of time and
money,
money to
time and
do that.
money,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you
yeah,
need
yeah.
time. You can
Yeah.
only have time if you have enough money, right? So because money buys
Yeah.
time.
Well, yes, yes, I know, but that's where I mean, like, I think if we're gonna look at everybody's screen times, I mean, screen time when we
Yeah,
were 20, or when we were, this is a long time ago, everybody listening. But screen time
almost
when
20
we were
years.
20 was half an hour would be long. You know what I mean? Half an hour would be really long because
Yeah.
maybe there was a girlfriend or something you were texting with, and you had to like text like with
Dude, I paid
numbers.
50 cents per message,
Yeah,
maybe even
yeah, and then
more.
you really thought about every letter because you had to squeeze it in this amount. But just saying like
160.
our screen time would probably then be way less, maybe a bit more TV, but never 5 hours stuck to a screen. So in all that time, I mean, I always say sometimes I catch myself saying, "Oh, I don't have time," and then I improve it by saying, "No, I didn't make time for that."
No,
So
that's true.
if I haven't been to the gym
Prioritization.
last week, it's not like I didn't have time. I think that's no, I didn't make time for the gym.
Yeah.
There's always ways to work out. There's always, unless something like, of course, something happens in your family or whatever, but usually,
Yeah, or if you're like a standalone
yeah,
mom with two kids and like that stuff. But for most people, I
yeah.
think there is some time that you can.
Yeah, and even if you work and I mean, there's some gyms have 24 hours. I
Yeah.
mean, yes, I'm not saying it's easy, but so I think what you're saying is kind of an enabler for lazy people to, uh,
No, but I'm
not.
saying like if you look at food, for example, like healthy food
Oh yeah, healthy food is expensive.
is getting
Very
more and
true.
more
Yeah,
expensive.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, it's let's say
Obviously, like
maybe it's
working out, as you say, like you can go out for a run, that's free. So
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
that might be something else. But um I kind of feel like time is the new luxury. Like if you look at all
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
things that people are marketing and people are selling right now, it's retreats, it's like events,
yeah.
like running clubs, like all these things.
I don't think it's the new luxury. I think it's always been a luxury for people who've set their priorities straight. You know, I mean,
Maybe it's becoming more mainstream then.
I think it's happening in Holland. Like a lot of people are choosing to work a day less, for example. That's
Hmm.
happening more and more, and it's like one of the things where politicians are usually a bit wary of it because it's bad for your economy. Like on the how do you
Less
say on the
productivity.
let's say literally on the how much tax comes in scale.
GDP.
But on the long term, this might be huge beneficial things, for
Yeah.
everybody being happier. And that's something that I never understand, that the government isn't set up to think like that. Like, hey, also with COVID, why were the gyms closed? Like, that makes no sense. Gyms should be that stuff is just really important. It's more than just
Mm.
a luxury working
How
out.
is
But
that for the people in the chat? Because we have people from all over the world. Here in the Netherlands, more and more people start working less. So let's say 4 days a week is kind of a full work week by now, I would say, for young people, is 4 days a week. How is that for the rest of the people in the chat? Like, do you also notice people start working less, and that people start spending more time on their physical health, their mental health, all that stuff? Or is it just a
just
northern
us.
Western thing?
It's
I don't
just us
know.
too.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not us too. As in, I can see it with people around me. It's definitely something that's happening.
Yeah.
But I do also kind of think it is connected to some sort of wealth, as in,
Yeah. I mean, yeah,
yeah,
literally, if you look at people had to work in the mines, and they had to scramble to get food.
exactly.
Now there's food, even with not a lot of money, there is still, you're very rich compared to 100 years ago, let's say. Like,
Yeah,
but yeah,
that's true.
I think we have
I've
too much time to
seen
be bored.
I've seen more people traveling. Yeah, that's also one of these things that I see people doing more and more. Like just going to different countries for a couple of days or something.
Yeah, more people traveling. Yeah. But about this,
Um,
how this relates to artists.
hmm?
Now about how this relates to artists.
Well, I can see a trend, as in with coaching. I've been doing this for 10 years now, and I can definitely see a big uptrend in the past 2 years, where people are not necessarily interested in growing their careers, but also interested in doing it sustainably.
Yeah,
And that is definitely a trend switch, as in, back in the day, 10 years ago when I started, there might have been some people who cared about it, about the mental aspect of things, but most of them didn't really care about it, or weren't even really aware of it. And if I talk to, let's say, a 20-year-old these days, the chances that that person knows about habits, and that that person knows about beliefs, and that that person already did some work or read a book or something that got them a small step ahead in the personal growth ladder, for most 20 years old, that's like normal.
yeah. Sometimes it
But
makes
for,
them overthink things as well.
yeah, it is. But they already have have made some steps there. And if you talk to a 40-year-old person,
Yeah,
unless they kind of hit a bump somewhere in their life, they probably haven't opened a book about personal growth, right?
yeah.
And that's definitely a change.
Yeah, yeah, I think so. I think it's a good thing. I think also
Definitely.
what I'm always trying to do, if like I have a session with one of your coaches, which is
Hmm.
possible, everybody. You can sign up for artist coaching for the yearly program. Do we have end of the year special rate? I don't know, do you?
No, we don't.
No,
Disclaimer.
no. But I always try to emphasize, like, hey, yes, you have to sacrifice things to reach anything, but like to become an artist, you have to say, but it's also you want to live a fulfilling life regardless of the success or of your uh financial situation that comes out of that or not. It's like you don't have to. It's better to be unsuccessful and happy than successful and you are very unhealthy and you are mentally unstable and
Mhm.
it's yeah. I think, but that's also one of those things where, yeah, that's maybe easy to say for someone who has made money with doing what they love, so that's the other side, and I get how that also can be a bit seen as like, yeah, well, easy for you to
No,
say.
I don't think, like, I do agree with you, as in a little other segue to that, as in these 2 weeks in the year, so between Christmas and New Year's, I always take those years to reflect and Uh,
2 years to reflect.
2 weeks to reflect, but also
I
look
think there's
ahead
2
of
years.
yeah,
Sit on a
but also
mountain.
look forward to the next year. I actually just like yesterday, I believe I made a document which people can download for free. It's made for artists, so you can ask yourself some tough questions in the holidays, and it's made to make you think about what's actually important to you, right? Because that's what this has to do with. Like, doesn't matter how much money you have; it matters on that you know what your own personal values are and that you want to build a life that's built for you. And for some people, that's working 7 days a week. For some people, that's working 3. For some people, that means DJing every week. For some people, it's, I don't know, it's
Yeah.
personal. And you need to spend some time every year to zoom out on your life and really get a better view on what am I actually doing, and am I living the life I want to live, or
Yeah.
should I adapt something? So, for example, if you feel like, hey, I want to be more fit, okay, how much time do I work out? Once a week. Okay, maybe I should upgrade that to 2 or 3 times a week.
Yep.
So, starting 2026, I'm going to change that, right? So, I always use this period of the year to zoom out and to, yeah, kind of evaluate my life. So not just business but also the personal side. And it's
Yeah.
a very to me, it's
I
always a
think
very valuable time.
I think here what's also very important, and I think about this a lot, is accountability or responsibility for the outcome. Because I think a lot of people think that with hard work, regardless, I'll get from A to B, whatever. Or when they sacrifice some of the hard work, or they have to skip on the gym a few times, um, you have to be really honest to yourself. Like, okay, if I skip the gym that day or that day and every week, the results will be less. And whose responsibility is that? Because there's always something coming in between. Also, as trying to be an artist, there's always someone blocking you. There's always something going wrong, but you have to keep yourself responsible.
Two
Uh,
seconds, my neighbor is
oh,
here.
okay,
You talk to the chat, okay?
chat, hear me out. So, but there's always something that is gonna block you, um, either creatively or something that comes up in between, but you have to keep yourself responsible for dealing with it. And I think that's where you need to watch out that you don't blame uh, others or the situations. It's if you blame yourself, and then you can also, yeah, be more at ease with like taking a day off or skipping the gym one time. But as long as you are aware of the consequences and of like you keep yourself accountable for it. So yeah, that's I think very important. And that's at the end of my TED talk, I guess. So now we need some chat input because Joey left to something with the neighbor. He will be back, but don't worry. Maybe we can go to community questions, but we don't have that many, I see. So that will be I won't wait till Joey because then we can also have a little bit of a back and forth. Bit 3 music says a stoic mindset. And I guess that's probably a bit of what I talked about. I mean, I haven't read that much about that, but there's a whole way of living. But I Googled it and it says it's a practical philosophy focused on building resilience, self control, and virtue by distinguishing what you can control, your thoughts, actions, judgments, from what you can't, external events. It involves focusing on inner peace, living in the present, accepting challenges as opportunities for growth, and acting with wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance to live a good,
Dude,
meaningful life.
where's the audience?
Well, Bit 3 Music mentioned the Stoic mindset when I had my whole TED
Mm.
talk there, and then I googled it, and
Yeah.
that's yeah, Stoic mindset is something to look into. It's very that's what I said. It puts your yeah, you learn to deal with what you can control and what you can't. And I still have to learn this in golf. Um,
How did we get here?
uh, but golf is a good way to golf, always something goes wrong, and I find it in golf very, very hard to snap out of it and get back on track. That's the beauty of golf as well. But in my career, I'm way better at it. I'm very much aware also that I can't control a lot of things, a lot of aspects about my career. So then I'm like, yeah, I cannot. If I can do anything about it, I should be going to the studio or working on whatever that is. If I can't, that's it. And especially with artists and how hype works, I think there's a lot of things you don't even know that are going on that have an effect on what you how your career goes. So saying your success is not always because of your work, and your unsuccess is also not always because of what you did wrong. Sometimes it's just random. Sometimes, yeah. And this randomness, I'll tell you. Uh, so I was on a golf course the other day. I was on the golf course the other day, and for anybody who golfs or knows anything about golf, knows that 240 meters to hit with a 3-wood is very long, and there was water at 240 meters. And normally I hit my 3-wood like acceptable, maybe 200 meters, 180, 200 meters. And then I hit it on this tee perfectly. I couldn't have hit it better. It was the best hit maybe of my life. Downwind, and it rolls into the water. 240 meters, which is really, like, for an amateur like me, is a lot. So I did everything right. Even club choice was, well, considering with the wind, maybe not, but basically I was doing the right thing because I've never hit it that far in my life, and I did everything right and still failed. And that, my
I
friends,
screwed you over.
no, I loved it because I it's a new club. I bought a new club, and I hit it that far. I'm like, if I even said, if I hit the water with that, I'm happy.
I'm happy.
But yeah, but you do
Thank
everything
you,
right and shit goes wrong. You need to
thank
deal
you
with
for
it.
the TED Talk. What's the greatest thing you achieved this year?
My melodic rave EP, because it's planning it and coming up with it and tying everything together to come up with melodic rave. That was kind of like, it happened, and then I had to finish music quickly. And for me, having 4 tracks finished basically within a month, and they're all good quality and they're all supported by big DJs in their radio shows, and I still think that says a lot, even though Ralph doesn't think that means shit. I think radio support from DJs is still a good, like, approval of your track. And I agree, it doesn't do much maybe for not per se much for that track or for your career at that point, but at least it's a seal of approval from that artist. So I think that is a huge thing still. Yeah, I think my melodic rave EP, it's like 4 tracks for me is a lot, and I did it.
Nice.
So yeah.
And the rebranding, of course. There was a question from Lion Harris, how the rebrand is going till now.
Should we go to the?
Yeah, I want to. We have a couple of questions. I have a clip of the week. I also would like to talk a bit more about this year.
Okay, what's your what is the, you asked me, and that's back to you. I forgot how you phrased it.
To me, business-wise, I'm very happy with the growth that artist coaching have gone through, especially with the community. If we look at the podcast and if we look at what happened with ADE this year, I think we've done a great job with getting people together. That's very nice to see, and this is definitely the first year where I kind of felt that community, where I experienced it for the first time. So thank you for everyone in the chat, but also the listeners and the watchers who are checking this afterwards. Where it's probably approximately every episode, it's overall I think between 500 and 1,000 views. It's quite a lot. So that's business-wise. And personal life, what surprised me the most, but what I'm very happy with, is that I started running 4 times a week with this this challenge that I'm going to do in February.
Nice.
And my training schedule started about 2 months ago, and I run twice a week now. And like running like 15 kilometers, 20 kilometers is nothing now. It's like
Oh wow.
it's an easy run. It's insane
Sick.
how quickly that goes. So for someone who has always hated running, this is kind of what consistency and just showing up does with you. Because it's not always fun. It's cold, it's winter, it's dark in the morning because I always run first thing in the morning. And now actually 4 times a week, I actually like doing it. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm very
It's
proud of myself of
y-
that fact.
yeah, you should be, man. I think it's also such a great barrier to break, like the discipline barrier.
Mhm.
Either with going to the gym, or like I
Mhm.
never ever the last 2 years I haven't, or yeah, maybe even longer, but I haven't struggled with going to the gym.
Yeah,
There
me
hasn't
neither.
been a single time where I was like, I'm maybe not gonna go now. I always just, yes, sometimes they were like, oh, I don't like going now, but I always
Yeah,
just, I was already out the door. I was already,
yeah. Do
it's
you have
it's
strict
such an
times?
amazing feeling. And then, sorry.
Do you have like set times, same day, same time?
One set time for sure, Monday night, Monday evening, and the other times are a little bit depending on my schedule that week. But I always go at least twice a week, because the twice a week I can always fully commit to, and the third time is really, and this sounds so exactly the opposite, but the third time is just it's
No time.
um no, not no time, but then I just decide to do other things with my family, and it's that
Yeah.
I have to squeeze in. But it's like two times for
That's one
me
of
is 2 times is also for me, for everybody to understand. That's for me the
yeah.
minimum. So and yeah, 3 times also the maximum.
That's one of those fun things I wanted to mention because I always said the same. Like I've been saying for 10 years, working out twice a week is good for me. Like that's a good amount for me. It's
Mhm,
doable.
mhm,
And I always said like working out 4 times a week, it's almost impossible. As in, I have a
mhm,
young
mhm.
family, I have job, blah blah blah. It's hard. And now that I'm actually put my mind to it, easy. Like 4
Yeah, yeah,
times
yeah,
a
yeah.
week, like right
I
before
I
work, after setting up the kids at school. So it's not like I'm missing out on time with my kids.
no.
Like it's nothing. It's
Yeah,
just an
yeah.
hour.
I have to add to everybody. For me, and that's how my schedule is. 2 times a week, I see as maintenance. I
Yeah,
maintain my physique, and I don't get stronger quick, for example, but I it's a maintainment, and that's what I wanna. For me, that's the most important with going to the gym. And from 3 times a week, it starts to really you improve. But then I have to add diet and stuff to
yeah,
really improve.
yeah.
But
That's the problem for
that's what I
me.
suggest to people struggling with any kind of um, discipline, whether it's with working out or with your career or whatever. Make Set a minimum. Set a minimum, even if it's only like super low. But set a minimum that you can always do. I
Yeah,
think that's so important, because if I say to myself, I'm always going to do 3 times a week, then I know that like Saturday morning, it's going to be difficult sometimes with the kids and with the opening times of the gym. Or on Friday, I have a lot of work to do. So I know for myself, 2 times is the bare minimum, and everything else is bonus. And because of that minimum, that's easy to think. And I
yeah,
think even if I go to 4 times a week with like 3 times being minimum, that's, if I commit to that, it would be easy as
yeah,
well. But it's for everybody to understand. You have to set for yourself a certain uh, minimum, I think.
yeah. That's true. John and Mr. Smith says, "What's the challenge in February? We're gonna do a Brabantse Elfstedentocht. So that means we're gonna run approximately 200 kilometers with a group of 8 dads. we're gonna run for a good cause for the Dutch commandos and the families that kind of lost their dads in the war. And we're doing it because we feel that as a parent, you give the example to your kids. So we want to show them that like building discipline and going through the mental barriers of not liking stuff, but you need to go through those things in order to achieve something. We think that's important to show that to the kids. And we collect money for for those families who've lost their parents in war. But it's going to be per person, we're going to run like 50 kilometers. So it's going to be quite a run. It's going to take about 20 hours, I think, 24 hours. So that's the thing. I'll probably post something more on my Instagram because we also need donations. So I'm going to ask for money, people. But yeah, we'll see. And yeah, John and Mr. Smith, a techno run is actually a good idea. Let's set that up. Let's do a techno run somewhere in January. I have quite a long schedule to run, so we can do like 2-hour runs or something. That's fine.
Also, he says a very good thing. His tips for discipline is work in input.
Mm-hmm.
So you focus on the input and you don't set per se results, and you don't focus on the results. And that's such an important thing with anything, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Like just show up and keep doing the work every week, and eventually you'll end up achieving something, right?
Yeah, and you'll learn. I think you'll learn, and you learn how to. This is like for me going to the gym. I have this full body routine. So even if I only go 2 times, I hit all muscle groups twice, which is more than enough, maybe, or it's enough for sustain. And now I have a friend here that I found out he used to be like competitive weightlifter, and now every Monday night we work out together. And with him, we're really pushing sometimes. So we set our max weight and like with bench press and stuff, because I'm in the gym, I'm not going to do my max bench. I want to just maintain. So I do amount of reps. But I noticed that with my maxes and from deadlift are pretty good, like pretty high, and with squat and stuff, because I've just been going and going and going and going with, well, not per se small weight, but just like average weight, but just always put in the reps, always put in the work, going,
It's
and that
training.
made me stronger over the last few years. It's really really crazy.
But that's why I'm such a big fan, and that's why I keep banging on it in coaching, in life in general. Consistency is key in
Yeah,
so many
yeah,
things in life. The
yeah,
intensity doesn't matter that much. Sometimes it does. Sometimes you need to go like 200%,
yeah,
but most of the time, all you need to do is show up
yeah,
and do something, right?
yeah,
And
yeah.
that's with running, it's with
And it makes you
building a
learn.
music career, and it
And,
makes you
and
learn.
especially with working out, it's such a good metaphor, because you don't want to do heavy weights and go to your max weight every time, because you'll injure yourself, especially when you're new to the gym. And I think learning technique, and because I'm in the gym so often, like I remember one time doing deadlifts a few years ago, and some guy comes up to me and he's like, "If you want to keep that back of yours pain free, I wouldn't continue like that." And then he showed me how to do the deadlift, and since then I've been deadlifting way better. Uh, so you'll learn, you'll gain experience, you gain information,
Yeah.
you'll gain strength. It's like really, and that's how it works with music as well.
Yeah, exactly. By the way, I see we have another donation of $55 from the Nuller. Thank you, man.
Oh, for that cause.
He wants to donate to that cause.
Nice.
So I'll make sure I'll actually share the link as well in the chat right now. I'll actually make sure that money will go to the cause, but I'll also make sure to send the link for everybody else who wants to donate to that cause. There's more information on the website I just shared. We're gonna go live during the event, so you can actually watch us run the whole miles. Yeah, but thanks, man. Thanks, Noller. I really appreciate it, and a lot of people will be happy with your donation. Thank you so much.
What's the
You
Alex Jackson says, "What's the max weight you can bench, Jay?" Well, this is a funny story. It's 85 kilos, I'm working up to 100, but I haven't benched in a long time because I injured my shoulder in 2020, and benching can put a strain on your shoulder if your shoulders aren't trained enough and if you're having wrong form. So I focused on dumbbell presses a lot, and since recently with my friend, I've been starting benching again, and it's so I'm slowly increasing over the last actually 2 months, I'd say. So
Nice.
going
I'm
for that
actually
100 kgs, let's say March, April. No, but before my birthday, I have to bench 100 kilos. Let's chat. You're my
remind me.
witness. Let's
Remind
go.
me.
Let's go.
I'm actually burning all my muscles, as in I don't have a lot, but the thing I did have, I burned it because of the running. So
Yeah. Oh yeah.
John and Mr. Smith, we're gonna run in duos. So it's per duo, it's 50 kilometers, but you're running together. So it's still 50 per person, I would say. 50 kilometers. Yeah. Shall we
Hey,
take the
should we do
last?
some
Yeah.
community
Shall we take the last
questions?
15 minutes to do some
Community questions.
As
Let's go.
always, we take on questions in this podcast. You can send them in the Discord throughout the week, and we will take those into the episode and talk about it. Let's see. We've had one that we didn't answer last week from Joost. Should you compare yourself to others on social media? Specifically, if you think you do something better, should you make a video about it? I tend not, since I feel like it's talking down and not coming from your own strengths. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I mean, you don't want to compare too much. I think you want to draw inspiration from others and look up to others. So in that way, you are comparing. But I wouldn't go by the thought of better or worse, or I can do that better, or um, maybe for them how they made whatever they made that you thought you could do better was their best version, and it's the way they exactly intended it. So maybe then go in a way of like, hey, this is my take on your project.
You don't even have to
Better
call them
better
out,
is
right? Like,
very subjective. It's like better for who? For you only, maybe, but maybe
yeah,
not for them. So be careful with that, because it goes. Yeah, that's. I mean, yeah, that's the. You don't want to go there, I think.
yeah. Comparing yourself to others on average is like a trap. So don't try to go there.
Yeah, comparison is the thief of joy.
Exactly. We have, is this AI? No, it's Elman. Yeah, Elman.
Is this AI?
Yeah, I thought it was AI man, but it's Elman. Elman, yeah. What is it like working with labels like Spinnin, Revealed, and Mixmash today versus 10 years ago?
I don't know. I don't work with them today, so
No,
no
me
idea.
neither.
No idea.
We should have
Mixmatch
had
doesn't
Ralph.
exist, I think. So I don't know how that
Mixmash
works.
ended, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
How it works? Well, I think they were way more focused, or I kind of know. They were way more focused on artist development and having artists that they could really take into this journey and push. And now it's way more like, hey, kind of like optimizing already established artists or something like that. It's a bit more like, hey Jay, we love your music, but for the market right now, we don't see a fit. And they used to be way more like, oh, the market could have this and could go there. They were developing a bit more there.
More risk.
More risk and less numbers based, but of course the amount of money that was made and the numbers were way less, and it was made more about physical sales, for example, and that whole market just changed also because of social media, because there's a lot of money in music for social media, for example. If you have a viral hit, and that is used by all these TikToks, and that's a lot of money coming in. So that's
Yeah.
a whole new income stream that they're kind of going for now, instead of like, hey, let's develop an artist we can sell on our events. Yeah, that's like peanut. That's nothing compared to the money in music streams and stuff.
Yeah.
So I
How
think
has
that's the difference.
collaborating with other artists changed in 2015 versus now? Maybe a bit more digital, but aside from that,
Yeah,
nothing much changed.
not much.
Yeah.
No, not much.
It's
I
it's
think
still a part of business.
yeah. I still prefer being in the studio with someone one-on-one over the internet. But
Yeah.
other than that, it's the same.
Yeah.
We've been in the
Uh,
digital age for quite a while, I think.
Yeah, but like collaborating online has become a bit easier, right? With all the perfect syncs with the streams and the
Nah,
quality is better. And
no, I don't see it easier. It's always been,
yeah, 2015
yeah,
as well.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
definitely.
What's your best moment in 2025?
Yeah, we just said. I think I may have a new one. Me and the family, we went to Disney on Ice, and they started, and it was so overwhelming. And it's like they had the Beauty and the Beast sequence, which I watched that movie a lot when I was a kid. I was super impressed by the skaters on the ice. It's, if you haven't seen like professional ice skaters, it's
It's
really
insane.
impressive. I was like,
Yeah, it's
what?
insane.
Then with all the music and they're flying on there, and I see my kids happy and like overwhelmed. I almost cried, man. I almost
Yeah,
cried
dude, I would
for
have cried.
Disney on Ice.
How
Like,
did you?
holy
How did you
shit.
not cry?
Man, I don't know. I decided I don't know. But it was like I just felt it come. I was like, am I gonna cry? What? This
Yeah,
Disney on Ice, this fucking beauty. It's not to make any commercial because they're not paying us or anything. But I was also just they're such professional. It's such a professional show. The ice skaters are the best of the world, and the music and the costumes. If you're
Disney.
any type of
Disney.
artist, it's so cool to see professionals at work. And I think maybe I've missed that a little bit with some of the DJ acts you see, or a DJ on a
Yeah.
stage. Compared to this, it's like you see people jumping up in the air, and like it's
Yeah.
really impressive.
Disney as a company is the master of working with emotions. Like it's insane. If you
Yeah,
look at those
yeah,
movies and stuff, like
yeah,
even if it's made for kids, it hits you as a parent as well. It's insane.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
great.
Yeah, and just that show is the bar is set so high, like for the actors slash skaters. And man, like this is like we have this theme park here, the Efteling, and you see those shows they do for kids, and you can kind of see those actors. They smile, but they're kind of like dead behind, because you know that's not their dream job. You know, they want to be. So you see their like kind of fake smile, like, hey, all these kids. And with the Disney ice skater actors, you see that smile, and you're just like, wow, like I believe that. I
I
believe them.
believe you. Yeah.
And I think that's yeah, it's just international high quality. I was just taken aback. Like I think we as Dutch, like the Efteling, do better, man. Come on.
Oh, Efteling already is great, to be honest. Great theme
It
park.
is, but it's man, something
Disney is
like that.
something
Disney,
else.
yeah,
Something else.
But they have a huge budget because it's a worldwide concept. I mean, I get
Yeah.
it, but yeah.
To me, it's hard to come up with one moment of the year, but yeah, personally, I would think it's been the summer holiday with the family. Had a great time there, and business wise, I would say ADE. ADE was definitely one of the high points, as in yeah, seeing all those people from all over the world coming together there, and with the event has been great. So that was definitely a best moment. There's a
Nice.
video from that Joost shared from Chesto talking about artists getting robbed on their first contract. I haven't watched the full video, Joost, but I think this happens for a lot of people. You also said that you've signed and agreed to things with first tracks where you really didn't know what to expect, and you signed because you have to start somewhere. You have to trust in order to begin. Yeah, I think that this is the same for a lot of people. I think nowadays it might be a bit easier because of ChatGPT and stuff. It might be easier to
way
detect,
easier.
to detect problems with agreements. But yeah, I think in a lot of ways you do get screwed in the
Wait,
start
yeah,
of your
well,
career.
I don't think you get screwed. I think contracts are there to not get screwed. I think it's always, and it should be before you sign anything, very clear what you signed up to.
Yeah.
So if
But
you're like
most of the
even a
times you
little
just
bit,
don't know because you don't know the terms. You
no,
don't know.
but that's why you have to make sure before you sign any contract. And that's, I used to hire lawyers always for this, and it wasn't a lot of money you needed, maybe 100 or 200 euros for one contract. And you have to make sure you understand at least at the point of signing, every point in that contract. What does this literally mean? As simple as possible. And literally, sometimes I've had negotiations this year with a new agency, and I just go through until we like both agree, even in the email, like, okay, this is what we mean with that certain point. And I think that's, you have to understand exactly what you're signing. And I think in the news here this year was Ronnie Flex with a big with Top Notch, and he was complaining that, yeah, I was young and I didn't have money for a lawyer. Yeah, that's, sorry, but you signed something and you did have money for a lawyer because you also wear nice glasses and nice clothes. So there must be also some couple €100 for a lawyer. So it's very easy. Just don't sign what you don't understand. And if you want to sign something and you think, oh, that could come back to me in an ugly way, and you sign it and it comes back to you in an ugly way, you have to accept the consequences. I think
Take
it's
accountability.
yeah,
That's true.
yeah. That's my
The other
TED
question
talk
we
again.
already answered from Lion Harris. And the question from
Don't
Descendant.
wait, Alex Jackson, don't labels still negotiate in good faith? Well, I think business is, don't you should never think of business as good or bad faith. You know, it's business, two sides, and you both want something, and you both want the best position, and that's the label. They don't care about good faith. I don't think there's a thing like that. They just want a certain thing, and you're gonna say, no, I want it like this, and then eventually you should end up somewhere in the middle. But business, good or bad faith, I don't think it's relevant. I don't think it's relevant at all.
No, everyone's in it for themselves eventually. So you
Yep.
always need to find each other in the
Yep.
middle. That's
Yeah. So
negotiating.
also, we always say fuck the suits, but it's kind of a bit of ironic because there is just people that want to do the best so they can provide the best for their family. So it's kind of like, of course they're gonna not try to screw people over, but they're gonna just try to get the most out of what they
Sure.
have. And
Don't hate the player, hate the game. Is that
yeah, hate the game, not the player.
Exactly. Question from Descendant. Hello there, Joey and Jay. It's been 4 years for me learning production and working on compositions. When I've been leaning at this music school here, KM Music Conservatory, my mentor, he used to be a music director, and he suggested me to get through a preparation session before sailing the ship. Now it's been almost a year. I'm preparing. What do you guys think about it from your perspective, since you guys already deep into the scene? Did preparation really gonna give that point in your career before jumping the ride? To me personally, I'm more of a fan to just start walking and learn along the way. Because
I don't really understand the question, but because
think
what are
this
you
comes
preparing
down-
for?
Yeah, he's on a conservatory, so I think what he means
Oh,
is that his teacher said that he should prepare before he should start to go out there.
okay.
And I'm more of a fan of just go with it. Like
Yeah.
start putting things out, start practicing, put in the work,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
develop
yeah,
along the
definitely.
way, because you will never be ready
No.
to get started, right?
Yeah.
You
Yeah, I
have to
agree. And
learn
I
along the way.
think of how bands started. They were friends and like, hey, I have a guitar. Hey, I have a drum set. Hey, let's go play in your garage. And you just make music. I think
Just start.
it's you just start and you learn along the way and set goals. And then you and the goals you have to adjust along the way. But
Exactly.
yeah. There's
Anything to
question.
shill?
There's another question. Lion Harris, you missed the question.
No, we already had that one. That was about your rebrand.
No.
We took that
Oh,
one in the start
No.
when you were talking
Not
about
how
like,
it's phrased. Not how it's phrased. Because I saw
No,
it and I'm
answer-
like, I want to answer this one.
Okay, answer it.
Because Lion Harris asks, how happy is Jay with his rebrand, and did he notice a spike in supports on his new stuff compared to the time before a switch? No, I don't see any type of switch. But and I want to say this because it's like you think, oh, now it's all new and now the big switch has happened, everybody knows about it. No, now is where, yes, the people who know me know about it. Oh, he's doing something new. That's also how it is in the back of minds of people that I worked with. Oh, he's doing something, whatever. Now is the time where I have to get my head down and work and put out music and put out stuff and content so that people start to realize, oh, this is what he's up to. And that takes time. And I'm excited. And but I want to show you, like, no, there's not a single show has come out of this. There's not a single, well, some support on the records, but people still are like, yeah, well, you say you're doing something new, but we don't really
Show
know what
me.
it is yet. So
Yeah.
so you will see. Hopefully, I mean, I see it. I have the vision, and it's up to me to lay it out there for everybody the coming years, I think.
Yeah. Anything to shill right before Christmas Eve?
No, but I want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas, and I hope everybody will also switch off your phone, go hang out with people that matter to you. Hopefully you have family, hopefully you have some friends. Go out into the real world. All this social media is a lot of it is just bullshit. Don't get dragged into it too much, and have real conversations. Even if you have arguments with your family, can be constructive, you know. I used to fight with my sisters, but eventually we still fight.
For me, the same as in Merry Christmas. Enjoy your time with family and friends. Yeah, tune out, recover, enjoy. We will be back next week with a New Year's Eve episode, New Year's afternoon ish, old year episode.
I'll be in the same chair probably.
Probably same for me. And everyone enjoy. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the donation, Nuller. And yeah, see you next week for the last episode of the year. Merry Christmas, everybody. Bye-bye.